Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Turn to Hymmed Up. I'm your boy LP82 along with my co-host
Young Tig, aka Wordplay.
and of course
Cousin Dwayne, baby.
yes sir, where we gather every podcast to talk about what's going on in the world, especially in hip-hop. So we do have some questions, of course, and Cousin Dwayne, he always has the questions, and me and Tig, we have the answers sometimes. So go ahead and enjoy.
Let's get it, man. How y'all fellas feeling?
We're doing real
Straight. I'm straight.
Let's
What
get
you
it.
up to, man?
Man, I'm always good, man. Always blessed.
Yes sir.
So I see on the Tick got the water on him. You got the water on you.
Yes sir.
What's your favorite soft drink, man? We're gonna go unhealthy here. Forget water, soda, straight up.
Soda. I like Coke.
Okay.
I don't even drink soda no more. But I mean, when
Yo,
I did,
there we go.
probably
So you
Cactus
drink-
Coke.
I saw you drink one
I mean, if
earlier
it's the
today,
only-
man.
It's the only
I mean,
other
if it's
option.
the only thing, you know, I drink like. I like Cactus Cooler if I, you know, if I do drink
Cactus
soda.
Cooler.
You know, I like anything pineapple soda. It's good.
You like Mountain Dew?
Hell no.
Wow.
I can't stand Mountain
Fuck
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Wow. Yeah, that's the end of this podcast. This is
Hey,
over.
you know, somebody told me that like when I was a kid, they used to say that if you drink Mountain Dew, it kills your
Sperm.
chance of having kids. I was like,
That's,
what the
that's a false narrative.
That and coffee if you drink it too young.
You know what I can't stand is that soda that has no taste to it. What's that?
Club soda?
It's like I think it say Canada on it or something.
You talking about ginger ale?
Yeah, I can't do ginger ale.
Ginger ale, good.
Yeah. Seagram's is definitely the one.
Ginger ale's
Shout
real
out to
good.
P.D. Pablo, too. He said that in one of his records.
See,
So I'm going to ask y'all a trivia question, though, before we get started.
yeah.
Can either one of y'all guess what was the first soda that was on the moon, that was drunk on the moon?
Coca-Cola.
Jeez, dude. Like, is you going to give LP a chance to process the question? Yeah, that's the answer. Good. God dang.
That's America's soda.
Yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
if they landed on the moon. Dun, dun, dun.
Man, that's wild.
All right.
All right, man. So let's get this thing started, man.
Yes, sir.
I know all of us is missing getting back to doing our regular routine. I know one of the things that I'm excited to do once we get things started again, going out into the world, is going to the movies, man. I want to see a
Yes.
movie, man. So what was,
Yes.
for y'all, man, what was some of y'all favorite movies growing up?
I don't know. I would have to say I'm gonna go real corny, like on real like old and on my white side. I liked it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off top. That was a good
Bueller.
ass movie. And The Breakfast Club.
I
I
feel
don't-
like those movies all felt the same to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, well, you know that was like that era. Like like for instance, when we were growing up, all the movies seemed like American Pie, low key. Like it was just that era of those kind of movies.
I would say Menace to Society. That was one of my favorite
The
movies.
contrast there. You
I know, huh?
went
It's just
from
like, yo, nigga, I'm
Breakfast
different.
Club to Menace to Society.
Like one of the movies.
The Menace
like you
Society was
said,
good.
I would say I liked it. If All Dogs Go to Heaven was cool.
All dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, I like
Hold on.
that one.
You can never come back.
What's that one with the white
Learn
dog?
something new.
The white
The
dog.
white dog.
The white dog
Lassie?
flying in the sky.
What was that last?
That was like. when we
Oh,
was-
you talking about the Never Ending Story?
Yeah, that movie
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Never End. Oh, there was this one movie called The Boy That Could Fly, or some shit like that. I remember that was a good movie.
Where did these movies come? Good.
80s,
I've
baby.
never heard of these movies in my life.
All right, so what is your favorite movie
Yeah,
since
what's
you
yours?
clowning?
Hands down, Back to the Future.
Okay.
That came out
Yeah,
80,
Back to-
85.
Which one?
The first one.
Well,
The second one was better, but I like the first one because that's the one that I.
Can y'all remember on Back to
The
the
third
Future, the
one's weak.
second one? What time did he go back to? I mean, what in the future?
2014.
15.
It was 15. I'm sorry, 14.
That's
And why it
crazy.
don't look nothing
Nothing
like
like
that. Yeah, that one.
crazy.
I would say that one, and then Loving Basketball because that's
Loving
got
Basketball.
USC
Basketball
in
was
there, so
good,
that's my
yeah.
joint. All right,
That was
okay.
definitely a classic.
Love Jones was good.
Love Jones was definitely
I like that
good,
one.
man. Man, yeah, those are some great movies, dude. All right, so we talk movies, but what was y'all favorite TV shows growing up, though?
Martin off top.
Martin.
Martin.
Martin. Jamie Foxx show was cool.
You like Jamie? I did not like Jamie Foxx. I didn't even like Fresh Prince really.
What?
Dang.
Like Fresh Prince was
Fresh
cool.
Prince.
It was something to watch, but it wasn't like the best show though. Boy Meets World was my shit though.
You was a Wonder Years kid too, huh?
Huh?
You like Wonder Years too?
Hell yeah.
I couldn't do Wonder Years.
Nigga, you couldn't do Wonder Years?
Nah, I couldn't do
Oh,
Wonder
my.
Years.
Wendy,
I couldn't do.
Wendy Peppercorn.
I couldn't do Cheers either.
You don't want to go to a place where everybody knows your name?
No, I couldn't do Cheers,
But-
and I couldn't do MASH.
No, don't do MASH like that. Hey, that's
I
one of the
couldn't do
most
MASH.
watched television shows of all time.
Couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, because it came on at night. It was like, yo, you're watching MASH when you couldn't sleep and shit. Like you just
For
sitting
real.
there.
Yeah, that's a fact. Well, I got some results, man, from ScreenRant.com, and we're gonna just stick with the black shows for right now.
Okay, go ahead.
But tell me if y'all think this list is a fair ranking. So they ranked Martin at 10, Keenan and Kel at 9, Sanford and Son at 8, Soul Train 7,
All right, Soul Train I would agree with.
Fresh Prince at 6,
No.
5 In Living Color, 4 Power, 3 The Boondocks, 2 Atlanta, and then number 1 Chappelle Show.
Wait.
Screen Rant.
Okay, so
That is the source.
off top, Martin should be least in the top 5.
Oh, definitely.
Top 5.
It's better
Prince-
than Fresh Prince.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, all day.
Power, I would say Atlanta. To me, Atlanta shouldn't be in the top
It's not.
5.
It ain't there yet, but it's a good show.
It's a good
just-
show.
it
Yeah,
needs some
it's
more.
well put
Atlanta?
together.
Yeah,
I
Childish.
never seen Atlanta.
It's a good series,
a good show.
bro. It's on FX. It's a really. They on hiatus right now, but they'll be back. I think they're on season 3. Or
3.
season,
No, yeah, 3. Yeah, I think it is 3. Dave Chappelle should be top 5, but he shouldn't be 1 though. I think 1 should be Martin off top. If you really Kenan and Kel, I don't even know why they're in the fucking top.
Yeah, I don't remember that show being all that
Was that
good.
all that they played in?
Yeah,
that
all
was
that.
Keenan Thompson and
Kel
Kel
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I remember is that, all that, and Good Burger. That's all I remember.
Good, yeah.
Good burger.
That's crazy.
Welcome
Yeah.
to
That, so
Good
so
Burger.
y'all do y'all agree with
Hell no.
Sanford and Son being on the list?
Well, Sanford, that was like that was like a long
That
time
came
ago.
on the same channel that
That put that
Like
on there.
TV Land.
I liked the Jeffersons before I liked the Sanford and Son.
You know what it was? I like though.
Good Times.
Good times.
Good
yeah.
times. Oh yeah, good times.
Damn, James. Damn. All right, man. I mean,
227.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
227.
yeah.
That was a good show.
Jack A.
What's happening? That was a good.
Hey, do y'all remember Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Oh yes, yes.
yeah.
That should be in the fucking top 10. That was a
What was
good ass
the
show.
little boy next door?
Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Hanging
Sister
with
Sister
Mr.
was
Cooper.
good too.
What's some shows that didn't last too long that was on? Like, I think In the House, right? When
No, In the House,
In the House
yeah.
with
No,
LL Cool J.
In the
Carlton.
house, actually, I don't think they hit the 100 mark, but they did have a lot of seasons though. Like I think they had three or 4.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, who was what was the last season cast? Who was in the last season of that show of In the House?
Of course, LL Cool J was in it.
Oh, who else?
Was Carlton on? No,
He's
Alfonso?
one.
Carlton was in it.
Yeah, he was in it.
I know. What is her name?
I know. You
The
know.
Wayans
It.
sister.
Yeah, Kim Wayans.
Kim Wayans was in
I
there.
remember that show. That
Yeah, that was the
I
last season.
Wasn't he like a
vaguely
football
remember
player that tore his ACL or something for the?
Yeah, he played for the Raiders. I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I remember that black girl. I think she kind of crazy or something.
Mia Campbell, Maya
Yeah.
Campbell or something
Yeah,
like that.
she was bad back then.
Back
Like,
then, yeah.
Man.
Oh, okay. Who remember the girl from Parenthood?
Oh,
Zarya. Now she still is bad though. She still got to go though. But yeah, she was bad.
Zarya. What's that one? Y'all remember Steve Harvey show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Romeo?
Yeah, his girl.
What was her name?
Romeo's
right?
girl.
No. Okay, because
Okay,
remember the
Romeo-
first season.
Romeo had a show with Bud from the Cosby Show.
Right.
What show was that? You remember that? They was brothers.
Yeah, that it didn't last that long. I think it was
Yeah,
like a
that-
season.
Yeah.
I don't
That was
remember
show
the
that
name of
was.
it, but I know what you're talking about.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I remember that show though.
What shows now do y'all wish that From back then, let me say, that y'all wish they would bring back now.
Martin for sure.
If they could get the whole cast
Like
together.
the whole cast, like
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't say Martin.
Yeah, you can't do Martin without Tommy. Sorry.
Because you know they try to do.
Tommy played a big part in Martin.
Yeah.
Dog.
You know they tried to bring. I don't know if y'all remember 90210, Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, they brought it back.
They
like,
tried
a
to
couple
bring
times.
it back, and it didn't work out well. So that's why I'm
I
at.
didn't even really watch that when it was on.
You didn't?
You know what? I just started
I used to
watching
watch
it
that
though
shit.
on the low on Pop Culture. It's like a channel on Hulu, and they show all these like throwback shows. And I never watched it when I was a kid, but that show was deep. That show be talking about some real deep
Yeah.
topics on there.
Drugs and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, like,
Hey,
it's crazy.
Full House. They're
Hey, that
lives
show
are kicking
doing
on
actually kind of
Netflix.
good on Netflix.
Yeah, they're like in their third
Remember
season.
Mama's Family?
Oh yeah.
Mama's
oh my
Family. Who was on
god.
that one?
It wasn't no real story.
Well, at the time, I remember the lady, but I forgot her name. But yeah, I used to. No, there were stars in a sense, yeah, but there were stars from like back in the day though.
Was y'all fans of Family Matters?
Of course.
Oh yeah, Steve Urkel.
Yeah, I don't know what show I would say that would be good to bring back now, like that.
They're trying to
Society's
bring.
so different now, like with some of the, like, you gotta kind of. I think that you got more flexibility now, but I think you gotta also be careful too. Was you put out on the air
Yeah.
from the shows back then?
Did y'all like the shows where they had like the you know how they say a joke and then the crowd laughs?
Whose
You
line
remember
is
that?
it? Whose line is it next or anyway?
Oh,
yeah,
Wayne
but
Brady.
you know, like you like just say you have these shows like Martin or Family Matters where you crack a joke and then you hear the
you're
little
the audience?
audience laugh or whatever.
Yeah.
Do y'all miss shows like that where they do that?
Yeah, you know what? One show did that, and then when they brought it back, it looked weird. Remember the game? Because remember how the game was structured? It was
Talking about that football movie
Okay,
show or
yeah.
whatever.
It was structured just like a audience recording, blah blah blah.
But
And
they
then-
never did the audience recording. Huh?
No, they did. They had the people laughing at the jokes, blah blah blah, this and that. And then when they brought it back, try to bring it back more like in a drama setting. So
Yeah,
They did do that. Yeah.
so it's like the jokes don't go over as well. Like like I hate to say it, people are monkey see, monkey do, but like you hear a joke when they're just doing it regular, there's no audience, you don't laugh. But when you hear it, when you watch it, that's what made Martin those shows real funny because Martin was funny as fuck though, the shit that he did.
I think it's funnier when the audience is laughing. Though.
Yeah.
It makes me skeptical because I used to think like, are they really laughing? Like, can you put the camera on?
Nah, that's
the
a
audience?
recording because I went to the D.L. Hughley show in high school, and I seen exactly how they do it. It's the recording.
Wow, childhood dreams.
So it'd be like the
ruined.
same person laughing. Like Mary
They
Children
had the
was
little
like that.
same laughs.
And they be having like laughing points where you sitting there at home like that wasn't even funny. Like where'd
Exactly.
that come from?
Yeah.
But you know which what is the most?
You know what was funny too? My Wife and Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
My Wife
that
and
show
Kids
was
is funny
good.
show.
That shit was-
You
I
can't
wish-
forget that
I
one.
wish they could bring
That
that
show
back. That was
Yeah,
funny.
that show is fun. Damon, what's his name? Damon Wayans.
David
Yeah.
Wayans did his
Yeah,
thing
that
on
dude is
one.
funny.
Junior with the big Bernie Mac show was funny too.
Oh
though.
yeah, that was funny. Now it's like the Blackish.
Blackish,
Blackish.
Grownish.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man, the kids stay watching Blackish.
Yeah, it's a lot of them that's out there that's good. What was in y'all opinion? What was the most famous TV catchphrase of all time?
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
anything Urkel said, nigga.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did I do that? Probably
Oh.
something Martin said.
What's up?
Yeah.
It was up.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So taking it into real life, what was some of the catchphrases y'all remember growing up that y'all heard?
Bitch. I'm fucking
Too short.
I know.
Don't believe fat meat is greasy.
I heard one.
I heard that.
Remember, whip that whip to the whip turn syrup.
Yeah. I'll slap you in the next week.
Don't cry unless I give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
I heard one from his old head the other day. He said, "A lie is about as good as two dead flies." I was like, "What?"
What did that even mean?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too wild, man. Too wild. thinking about now, man, we see the kids. They don't really watch cartoons like that, huh? It don't seem like it, huh?
They do. They watch it on their own time now. Remember, we used to have to sit down at a certain time and get that time in to watch it. Now they can watch this shit whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
What was you into? Like, what cartoons you like, LP?
DuckTales, Tailspin, Gummy, anything that came on on Channel 9 at 2 to 3 till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Nigga, I had a schedule. Nigga, I used to run home just to watch. It would start off just like this. When I first used to watch, it was Gummy Bears, it was DuckTales, it was Tailspin, or I think Tailspin was after. And then they switched it up with Darkwing Duck and Boing and some other shit.
Darkwing Duck. I remember that.
That was my
There
shit.
was a show called
Chippendales.
There was a show called Gummy Bears?
Yes, sir. Gummy Bears.
I gotta look that one up.
Yeah,
There's
they're all
no relation
Disney.
to Care Bears, though.
Nah, this is Disney. They're like they lived in the forest and they just bounced around and shit. Like, it was crazy.
Like Winnie the Pooh
Chippendales,
lived
it
in
was-
the forest?
Shit, they probably bounced around somewhere he was at or some shit like that.
Pulled up on him a couple times. I gotta check that out. I never knew there was a cartoon called Gummy Bears.
Gummy Bears,
Yeah, I like the Thundercats.
Thundercats,
What's that? Road Runner. That was funny to me
Looney
back
Tunes.
then. Yeah.
Oh, Tiny Toon Adventures.
Mhm.
That was the shit too.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja
Oh
Turtles.
shit, I'm
Nah,
tripping.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles was the
Yeah,
joint,
Ninja
man.
Turtles.
I'm tripping. Ninja Turtles for sure.
Speaking of dope cartoons, can we get a shout out to your shirt today, man? Like,
yeah,
come on now. You got all the classes. You got
It-
Hey Arnold on there.
and this shirt works perfect, especially with the movement right now, Black Lives Matter, stuff like that. So these are all, even though Skeeter was blue, but we all felt like he was a
Skeeter
brother.
was for sure black. He
But-
was black.
Everybody on this shirt. So this is kind of showing solidarity, well, amongst black people. So even in the cartoons, they doing it. So we got to do it out in real life.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Probably a lot of the reason why these kids ain't watching cartoons these days because they're in the house playing
Yes, sir.
video games on TikTok all day, man.
Yeah.
But we was all guilty of playing video games as well. So
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
not what was y'all system growing up and what was y'all games? Y'all know where this is going.
Off top, Sega Genesis. I love Sega Genesis back then. I used to play Sonic.
Right.
What else? It was just so many games, bro. I had this, even the Super Nintendo. It's the one that you blow the
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
blow the
Nintendo.
thing. Well, there's some of the things y'all used to do on that. Like I used to blow up, I remember putting it, cleaning it with a Q-tip,
Yeah.
putting it in the freezer.
I remember throwing that shit against the wall, all kinds of shit.
Man.
And F-Zero is my shit.
Yeah, F-Zero.
F-Zero.
Shit.
That Mike Tyson Punch Out.
What was that game? What was it, Shaq Fu?
Shaq
That was my
Fu.
joint.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
we used to
that.
fight people.
Mortal
and shit.
Kombat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
I used to like
too.
this baseball game, that MLB.
Was it King Griffey? King
Yeah,
Griffey Jr.?
yeah, that one. That was
Hey,
my shit.
You know the funny thing is when I play baseball games, all I ever play is home run derby. That's all I ever fucking play.
For real though, that's the only fun thing to play.
Yeah,
on
like
the
nigga, I'm hitting home runs. Fuck the other shit. I'm not trying to catch no bases.
I like the NBA Jam.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
What's that football game that
Blitz.
everybody
Blitz was dope.
Yeah.
Blitz was
Blitz.
dope.
Hey, you know what the
Used to
funny
love
thing is playing Blitz, dog? It was that shit was just so like just unreal. Like how you would catch the ball and throw motherfuckers. And shit. Like now trying to play Madden is like I don't see how people can sit and play that shit all day.
Yeah, Blitz was like how you really wanted to play football in
Yeah.
real life outside, and they was doing it in the game. What do y'all even? I don't know if y'all even have time now. Do y'all even? Does that intrigue y'all? Video games now at this point?
At my age, I mean, it's a lot of people at my age that play video games.
Yes, sir.
I just can't get into it right now. Like, I don't know why. Like, I could probably play for maybe about a minute or two, and then I'm ready to do something else, man. It don't matter what game I'm playing. I'm just not into it like that.
Yeah. Well, I go through my phases. Like one time I bought like a PS4, the whole system kitted, everything, and I sold the shit. Well, it's like I ain't gonna lie, it seems cool to do. Like it's like if you look at some of these people's setup, you be like, man, this shit look like okay. Nigga, I'm gonna get my shit set up like that. Then you do it, then you be like, nigga, I can't.
I be
play
seeing
this
now
shit.
like the graphics is crazy, man.
See the
Yeah.
sweat on their forehead. and
Man,
stuff
like the
that?
graphics is way better than it was when we was
See, one
younger,
dude,
man.
I was watching the NBA 2K graphic. Dude had dandruff in his. Like, how am I able to see
Yeah,
that?
dandruff.
Nah, just
Like even in the what's the 2K games, you can make the players.
Oh yeah, make them look like
make
you.
them look just like you.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy, man. I'm guilty of that. Every time a new system come out, I'm the first one that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cop that, and I cop it. Play it like maybe 2 days, and then I won't do it. It's like I just can't, because I was a huge NCAA college football fan, and once they took that away,
I remember that.
Man, I didn't play it. I don't even play it no more, bro.
I used to actually be better at the college games than the actual like Madden.
Yeah,
I was more into the college games.
I used to just put all my players on 99 and just play against the computer. Like all my players was on super mode. That's what I would do. So y'all know the PS5 is upon us, man. Do y'all
When
think
that come out?
I think
November.
I think it's. They said right now, I guess they're estimating the retail price would be like $500 for it. That's crazy, huh? For a game system.
PS5.
Would y'all be willing to pay that much for your kids or your people?
For my son, I would. I'll pay for it.
My son 5. That's for me.
My son, that's all he plays is video games. So, he really into it. So I'll definitely pay that for him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit, I can't wait to see what the game's gonna cost when my son get older. Nigga, like them shit gonna be like a rack. Nigga, you got to get a job.
I'm assuming the actual games is gonna be high too. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
It's
them games gonna be like 60 and up.
But I remember as a kid, games was 60 back when I was a kid though. Them shits was
It was?
hell yeah.
Nintendo and all that.
Nintendo 64 games were like 59 back in the day.
I was always trading games, like
doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing.
I wasn't trading. I was borrowing. My mom was good at buying the systems, but horrible at following up with the games. Horrible. Like she'll buy like, oh, we get you. I remember I had a TurboGrafx 16. That shit was like a console. We had the TurboGrafx 16. We had the Jaguar. We had the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I never had a Genesis. My little brother did, but
I had the Sega Genesis.
I used to play it like it was mine. We even had a fucking Atari.
Dang,
man.
My steppa bought it at a yard sale, but they was horrible at buying fucking games for us.
Did y'all have Dreamcast?
Yeah, I bought a Dreamcast myself. I bought it. It was after it died down. I bought it for like $50 at Toys R Us or some shit.
Was it decent? I never.
No, not Dreamcast. Yeah, it was Dreamcast. Yeah. No, Sega Saturn. I had a Sega Saturn.
That wasn't out too long.
It was before Dreamcast. I used to have Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast.
I even had the little Sega Game Boy.
Oh, I never had that.
I remember remember that game. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh yeah.
Man, would y'all be comfortable with y'all kids playing that all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son, looters in training.
I wouldn't trip.
But you got to think though, like that shit gives you peace of mind. Shit, like, in a room playing games, like what the fuck, like
it's crazy the stuff you can do on there though. On Grand Theft Auto, and then I always try to I don't know why. Like first of all, if I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, I'm never following the actual rules. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not actually there to win. I'm just over here. I'm going.
You're just shooting.
I'm going on the freeway to see how far I could go. You know what I'm saying?
You know the best way to play that shit is on a PC because you can mod it. I be seeing people with Batmobiles and all kinds of shit. Like the niggas be having like a lot of crazy stuff on there.
Playing on PC is a different animal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So we know every few years they come out with another PlayStation, another one. Like, where is there a cutoff, man? Like, at what point do we just stop buying?
I think they're gonna keep coming.
I mean, you can't get no better than the graphics that at this point, it's gonna be real people in the game at this point.
Because you got to think. All right, when did the first PlayStation come out?
The first PlayStation came out in 1996.
Nah, was it?
Yeah.
1996.
First PlayStation, 96.
So what do they do? Come out every 5 years? Or something?
Well, you got to understand, like kids nowadays, they know technology way better than what we did. Like you got to think, access to information is everything. Like these kids are really up to date on what's what. Like a kid can really tell you the difference between this and that, like the drop of a hat. Whereas, that's like the same thing how we were with our parents. There's things that we knew that they didn't know because technology wasn't accessible to them as a kid. So I think that they're going to keep growing and keep changing because people are going to keep noticing subtle differences and changes that can make it better. Because even in the 2K community, like I be watching something people play the game, they be like, oh well, they need to change this, or it's a glitch in the system, blah blah blah. So it's like these people are watching these videos of these people explaining the games and stuff like that. Okay, so when we come out next year with the game or whatever, we're gonna improve this and take away this and all that type of shit. So.
You know what I love about that, piggybacking off that, is these kids are very self-aware. Yes. They're very vocal, and that you got to respect that, man. It's a lot different than when we were younger.
Hell yeah.
When y'all were kids, what kind of kids were y'all? Like, were y'all like the shy kids, the cool kids, the bad kids? Like, what would y'all say y'all were as youngins?
I wasn't bad and I wasn't cool, so I was in the middle. Like I wasn't popular and no shit like that, but I wasn't like a bad, I was just in the middle. Like I did some stupid shit. I know people, but I was just in the middle. I wasn't too extra. I wasn't too bad. I was just me.
More extrovert or introvert?
I would say when I was younger, I was more, yeah, I was more of an extrovert. Like I was when I was younger. I remember always talking to strangers, just talking to them. When I was a kid, just asking them questions and shit like that, just randomly. I was like that, but
that's not weird at all.
But as I got older, I been more selective. But I like what I tend to do with people. Sometimes I ask them just to know what kind of person they are. So then after that, it's just either I like who they are, or I'll fuck with them or don't fuck with them.
That's crazy. Do you think you're like right in the middle now? Like as a man, like do you see you more on one side than the other?
I would say more now, just due to the experiences I've had. I am an extrovert, but I'm not like that type of person that's gonna press you as far as getting to know you. But if you're in how can I say this? If we're in a position to where I'm introduced to you and I get to know you, then I'm talk to you and ask you questions and shit like that. But I'm not gonna go out my way just to meet people like I was when I was a kid. So like say, we're in a situation where like say like last night, like I went to this bar and met some people, but we're in a situation to where I'm supposed to talk to you. And then I'm not gonna shy away from talking. I'm just gonna talk to you. Hey, what's up, man? What you do? Ooh, okay, cool. That type of shit.
Yeah, you definitely got a unique ability to speak to people for sure. What about you, Wordplay?
Back then I was kind of like I am now. I was kind of quiet, you know what I'm saying? Quiet as far as meeting people. I knew a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of people from football because I played football. I knew a lot of the gangsters because my cousin was a gangster, you know what I'm saying? So I was around that too. So, but I was always neutral though. I just kept to myself and did me, I wasn't no square or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I was just neutral, you know what I mean? I knew a lot of people, but I wasn't like how LP said, I wasn't like going out of my way to, you know what I'm saying? Meet people. It's like if I see you and all that, but yeah.
So when y'all was kids, what was y'all thing to do as far as sports wise? Like was y'all into sports or was y'all into other stuff? Like what did y'all do that was fun that y'all remember growing up as kids outside?
I played sports, of course. Like, I never played organized sports though. I never I never had nobody that was willing to be like, all right, I'm gonna take you down here and sign you up or none of that type of shit. So I played it. I would say I was good at it, but it was just never presented to me like that. So I never played organized sports though. Was I good? I would say I was. Like I was always like that. Always got picked for a team and shit. I wasn't like the last nigga at the end. Like, what? I can't play. So
no one wants to be the last person to get picked.
Yeah, exactly.
I played football. I think that was really the only organized thing I did. Other than that, it was just football, pretty much. I never did anything else. Basketball, baseball, never did none of that.
That's crazy.
I did that up until I was about 15. I remember I broke my leg playing football, and then I tried out for varsity football in high school, and then I didn't get no playing time, so I quit.
What's crazy? What's crazy is how quick you recalled that moment of you breaking your leg, at something significant in your life at the time, being younger, how far back do you think you can remember in your childhood?
I can remember back to when I was like 1.
What?
That's what I got.
That's crazy, bro.
That's what I got.
I can't go back to 1 year old.
Wow.
I could go back to about 5.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
5
the max
years
5
old.
for me.
I can't do 1. How do you go back
that's
to 1?
incredible.
Nah, like I don't remember 1 like every day, like what I was doing and shit. But there's certain situations that I remember, and I'll tell my mom, she's like, damn, you remember that? Like you was only 1. Like I remember shit like that. Like, or I remember one time we was lost. Well, my mom was lost. I was like, I think it was like 2, and she couldn't remember. That's one thing I'm good at. I'm never lost. I'll always know where I'm at. I'm never lost.
Not at 1 year old, you don't know.
No, I was 2.
Not at 2 years old.
2, yeah.
no
I
way.
told her how to get back to my grandmother's house.
No
There's
way,
no
bro.
way, bro.
I will call my mom right now. She'll tell you. Like, I'll put it on speaker.
2 years old.
Don't do this on Sunday. Don't do this.
Wait, all right. Let's just see if she'll answer, because I know she not feeling too well.
At 2 years old.
Not at 2. Not in the 2T onesie. It's not possible.
That's crazy.
Just like I remember when I was 3 and my mom just got with my stepfather. I remember telling him I was in college and shit.
What?
Hey, Kelsey, where's mama?
Right here.
Let me talk to her. Let me talk to her. Oh, just you, mom?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, you sound good. You feeling better?
That's what I did. I showed up.
All right, Ma, I'm gonna ask you a question. You're live right now on the podcast. You're live right now on the podcast. Can you hear me?
What I'm doing on there?
I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, how old was I when I showed you how to get back to grandma's house?
2.
That's crazy.
Nah,
Wow.
I just remember that day because I remember we were on the Greyhound. I think we went out there on the Greyhound bus, right?
No, they moved your mama's car on the turnpike.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call those streets, those highways that go around and around in circles.
Yeah,
If you don't
That's
know where
crazy.
it's on,
yeah.
yeah. And you showed me how to get back because I kept going around and around in circles. And you said, Mama, listen, I'm going to tell you how to get there.
Wow.
You actually did. You always been smart with that big head.
All right, thank you, Mama.
All right, baby.
All right, get your rest.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. I know that I just
that's
did that
crazy.
just because I just crazy that I
Wow.
remember
What
that
an
shit.
inquisitive young
Oh,
man
that's
you are.
crazy.
That is incredible. Like a baby genius.
I fucking wish.
I don't know too many kids that could do that. At 2 years old, man, that's crazy.
So you said 5. That's the furthest
5
that you
is
can.
as further as I can go back.
What memory
I remember
do you,
being in L.A. I remember me and my cousin, 5 years old. Like, I remember my dog ran out in the street, Blackie. I remember running down the stairs, just playing around, just doing different stuff, man. But 5 years old, I think that's the furthest I could go back. I can't remember before that. That's crazy.
yeah, that's it. Man, you got an incredible
Nah, but
memory
see,
there, man.
but they say like memory is different. So like with Terrence, like he remembers numbers like fast as fuck. Like I don't understand how he knows. Like this motherfucker knows everybody. Like it's like everybody got different types of memory.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers things and separate things is different. This dude knows numbers. Like this shit is crazy. Like he'll know like 100 people numbers. Oh, that's 2656. I'm like, nigga, I don't remember.
Wow.
It's just certain things I can't remember. Numbers is good.
That shit.
That's pretty
I know like my states is like in order.
See that shit like that. So it's different.
And shit
Can
like
you
that.
rap them?
I
Can you rap all the states?
Yeah, I got doing what 50 states in order.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Good.
That's crazy.
God, oh my man,
That's fucking
talk
crazy.
about taking a trip down childhood memory lane today.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
This is incredible, man.
Exactly.
It only would be right for us to close with this because our viewers have learned so much just now. Just this guy over here doing states. You're guiding people on the dang midnight train to Georgia over here. All right, man. What kind of people who was y'all crew like? What type of crowd you hang out with in high school, man? First of all, before we say that, what high schools did y'all go to?
Who, me first?
Yeah, we'll go with you first.
I went to Cajon High School.
Straight up, San Bernardino.
I went to Cajon.
I went to Modern Day. Oh, I'm playing. I ain't even
Modern. I was about to say, wait a minute. Wait.
I went to Rialto High.
Okay, you was a knight.
Wah, wah.
You was a knight. School looked like a straight prison.
I know. It used to be tough jumping those walls to ditch.
All right, so is that the crew you was around? Was that what y'all was doing?
Oh, nah, man. That was just because I just didn't want to do a couple projects and shit. I don't know. But that wasn't my crew, though. Well, it was me and one other person, though.
Okay. Do you still talk to this person to this day?
The last time I talked to him was like 3 or 4 years ago.
So would you say y'all was in the cool crowd, the mischievous?
We definitely weren't popular. But like we knew people, like people knew us and we knew them, but we definitely wasn't popular. My crew eventually it was like my homeboy Eric, he was popular. But he was like, popular through sports and stuff like that, so he knew a lot of people. He was popular. That kind of like made me kind of know everybody because he played sports and stuff like that. He was popular. My homeboy Jarrell, congratulations, he just had a baby not too long ago.
Shout out to Jarrell.
He was like the pretty boy. He was the like we had a mixture of like it was like really like 4 or 5 of us at one point, but it was a mixture of everything. But it was my homeboy Derek. Me and him were more on the same page than everybody else. But I wasn't popular at all. Like this motherfucker is probably like, he went to Rialto. Like you like one thing everybody always say, like this is funny as fuck because it's like even when I was a kid, like I bumped into people I went to elementary, like, damn man, you look the same. Like
Black don't crack.
You do got that look.
Yeah, like nigga, like big ass head, big ass nose. You can never forget this face, motherfucker.
What about you, Tit? Who was your crew?
Well, I mean, I had some people I was kicking it with, like a homie John, Chaz, Devron, people like that. In high school, I was around like, I ain't gonna lie, like more gangsters, you know what I'm saying? I was around that. I used to kick it with football players too, you know what I'm saying? But gangster side was more of my, because I used to be with my cousin like 24/7. You wouldn't even see me without my cousin Blue. So, and he was banging full time, you know what I'm saying? So,
he had a job, nigga.
I was usually, with him and that crowd, you know what I'm saying?
You said full time banging, nigga. It's a job, nigga.
So I used to hang with that crowd, and I knew people on the football team. I played football. Pops was the coach in football. So I knew a lot of people on that side. So, I was just like neutral. I wouldn't say I was like on like some real popular type thing, but I was, I was cool.
What was your first? Do you remember your first fight?
Oh yeah. First fight I had in school was in elementary. I knocked this dude under this car.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just you're not gonna give us any context? Like you're just gonna jump right into it?
I forgot exactly. I forgot how it happened. I remember it happened. We was in class. he said something disrespectful. It's kind of hard to remember everything. I do remember knocking him under the car though, but
He
I
was not a
remember.
mechanic, guys.
I remember he was a big white. He was a big white dude, and he was bigger than me. A lot of people bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? But I told him we got to meet up after school. Like we got to meet
To
up.
study or
Yeah, and my sister was with me. She seen it.
I got proof.
Dang.
He tried to he's a big white dude, so he tried to, I guess he wanted to come over and put his hands on. Well, actually he tried to body slam me. That's what he tried to do, and that didn't work for him.
Wow, I guess he wasn't that.
Yeah.
That's strong. I need your Wheaties, kid. LP, what was your first fight? You remember it?
I'm gonna say my most, not my first fight, but the funniest fight I ever had is I was in elementary though, right? So there was this boy, like I say, he was bigger than me. He was I wouldn't say he was a bully, but he was like him and his cousin was like the type where if you were like had a problem with, they would try to both fight you type shit. So it was we were in line. His cousin wasn't there. He wasn't there. His cousin was more like the aggressor. He was just like did whatever his cousin did. But anyways, we were standing in line. I think we were coming back from recess to go in that class, and I'll never forget it. Like we used to have to line up in order, and his name was like right next to mine. So there was this girl that was standing in line that I think he standing right behind her, and I was trying to take his position in the line, and rightfully so. I invaded his space, so he came up to me and he pushed me, and I socked him in his chest, right, and I hit him hard as I could. I was like, yeah. Everybody was like, ooh. That nigga picked me up off my feet and started swinging me around. That nigga said,
that's such
what?
a bad idea.
Oh man.
I was like, what the fuck?
I remember this one time I had just went to junior high school, right? So I'm in junior high, and they had this thing called I think it was the 8th grade prank or some kind of thing where they throw all the people that just came in, like
In the trash can?
yeah, in the trash can. You heard of that?
I've heard it.
So I had a homeboy. We in the locker rooms, and I used to play basketball with these dudes or whatever, but these dudes is older than me. But I used to play basketball with them. So my homeboy that I knew him, because my mom knew his mom. So, we was around each other in school or whatever. And these dudes told me to be quiet, grabbed him, and threw him and put him in the trash can head first. So they put him in the trash can head first and kicked over the trash can and ran. You know what I'm saying? And then he got up and he kind of like put his collar up and just start crying. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
it's traumatizing.
So the next time around, they tried to do it to me. They tried to do it to me while I was coming out the locker room, and these two dudes, they picked me up. They was trying to pick me up, and I just let loose on the road. I just let loose. Like they couldn't get me like that, and they just put me down. Like they couldn't do it.
Man.
They were like, they grabbed me like, calm down. We just want to throw you in the trash.
That's it. It's just a recyclable.
Yeah, I was
You be
bombing.
all right?
I was bombing on them in the chest and everything, bro.
Well, I guess I can follow up with this last one. This is legit the last one now. Like how knowing what y'all, the fight y'all got into as kids, man. Now that y'all grown, do y'all see yourself as still being those dudes that's willing to fight for something, like fight to get into a physical altercation, or are y'all more so like, let's talk it out, let's talk this?
Nah, I ain't about no physical altercation. I mean,
If
unless they put their hands on me, I'm gonna square off.
like they
but
spit on the cop, like right here on your shoulder. They just,
No, that's disrespectful.
Just
Yeah,
a
you gotta
loogie.
get down. You gotta get down.
oh, okay. You're
That-
not
but
just
like,
wipe it off.
I'm not trying to start nothing with nobody, bully nobody. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm a real cool person. You just gotta, if you doing the ultimate disrespect, I'm not about to let that happen. We gotta get down. We gotta do what we need to do. But as far as just being cool though, like I'm just a cool person, man. I ain't trying to start nothing with nobody or trying to start no altercation or trying to play like I'm big and bad. I'm not trying to do all that.
So you much rather talk it out these days. LP?
To be honest with you, I don't think I could take a ass whooping nowadays. I think I'm liable to kill a motherfucker or something like that. Not to say like I cause problems with a fight people, but I don't know. I just think I'm a snap one.
It's like you won the fight, but you've lost the war.
Yeah, like what they do? Like if a nigga whoop my ass, I don't know, man. They better pray for that dude because I can't take that. I can't come home, especially with a son. I can't come home like what. Tell it what.
Daddy, what happened to your eye?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never been the type to fight just to be fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
I like really fight. If I'm really getting in an altercation where it's a real fist fight, I'm doing it out of anger. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna release everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to like.
This nigga
I'm not gonna
Goku
like. I can't just stop hitting you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
what if
like,
they
I gotta
apologizing at that point? Like they took off on you, and then they get hit. You get them a good shot on the chin. They like, oh, okay, never mind. My bad. I apologize.
When the dogs start barking, I'm going to work, bro. Like I can't even bring the dogs back, bro.
Pedigree. What's going on, man? All right, man. That's it, man. Y'all killing me tonight, man.
So this concludes another episode of Turning Hemmed Up. I'm your boy LP82 along with my co-host
Young Tick, aka Wordplay,
and of course
Cousin Dwayne, baby.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah. Oh, and good thing too, we're up to 321 followers, so slowly but surely getting up there.
We love y'all, man.
So thank you, appreciate it, and we're out.
Turn the Hymm up, turn the Hymm up.